Okay, so let's start with your introduction only.
Yeah. So my name is Gagan. I'm from Hyderabad. It's an outskirt of Hyderabad, Sangareddy district, and I did my graduation from Sriram College of Commerce in Economics Honors. After post that, I was preparing for UPSC and I gave my first attempt in 2024 June, but wasn't able to clear the prelims part. But later I given Telangana State Services prelims and cleared that, and gave my mains recently in December. And um, apart from the preparation for UPSC and other exams, I worked during my college years. I worked as the secretary of History and Political Science Society, where we did many research projects. Like we have inculcated some research projects into the members of the society. We even led a UPSC cell initiative in the college. We held an offline event where even some MPs have been the speakers, like Priyanka Chaturvedi and Swati Maliwal and others. They have been speakers under our conduction, and then I've
Okay,
worked
okay,
as research intern
okay,
in National
Gagan.
Human Rights Commission. Mm.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Gagan, tell me, when will the result of this mains come, which you have appeared recently?
Um, the mains result will come by this weekend or March first week, most probably.
And what is the next phase of this? Will they
There is
conduct
no
interview?
no, there is no interview for this exam. It is
Okay,
like you'll directly go into selection after this. So there are 500 positions, and the top first
okay,
500 ranks will be selected. There's just certificate
okay,
verification left if I get selected.
okay. And when will the joining come?
Government didn't announce anything regarding that, but mostly it will be immediate joining.
Immediate join. So
Hmm.
if you'll get selected at Lamb Fellowship, you will have to leave the Lamb Fellowship in between
Hmm.
if you'll get selected.
Hmm.
So how will you manage that? Like if
But
I'll
like
if we
for
select
the
you and after 1 month of working you'll leave. So the position that will
hmm.
vacant after that cannot be replaced very easily.
Hmm.
And the money that will be paid to you
Hmm.
in that 1 month, it
Hmm.
will go waste.
Hmm.
So what is
So what I think is my plan behind this is, first thing, if I clear by chance, is that if there is any chance, I'll before joining only I'll inform the PRS that I've cleared the state services, or
okay?
something like that, because the result is most probably expected by March, and I'll get to know my status, like, well, will I get a service or not, and based on that I'll take my further decision. But regarding my performance in exam, I still have doubts on my selection, because I might have underperformed in one paper in the eight
ये
papers we
ये
required
ये
to
ये नहीं
attend.
बोलने की जरूरत है. Last line was fine.
Okay.
If the result will come early, I can inform lab
Yeah.
that I am withdrawing my application from this stage.
Mm-hmm.
Even after interview, you can
Mm-hmm.
send to them. They don't say that my
Yeah.
exam was not that good, so I might not get
Okay.
selected.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Gagan, tell me that like you want to prepare for UPSC, but you are also appearing for your state PCS. What is the exact career goal for you? Like, do you just want a government job, or do you also want to achieve something in your life?
No, like there's nothing like this of sort. Like, I just need a government job. What I think is, after my like before my graduation, only during my graduation especially, I was sure, like, I need a career in public policy and other areas. So that's the reason I've chosen UPSC, because that's the best place you can be to decide a policy or implement policy on the ground. If that is not the case, if I don't clear UPSC, then my other career plans are coming into policy
So
space.
do you
Or
think that this is the right way to be or to make policy through bureaucrats only? Of course, in India, we have been seeing that the bureaucrats are the most reliable person for policy making and execution. Do you think that this is good, or can you comment on this on the basis of the outcome that we are getting?
Like I think bureaucracy still has a key role, though there are many allegations of corruption, or there is this thing that bureaucrats are status quo. It's like they don't fastly develop, tender to changes. But still, bureaucracy is the one which keeps the government running from behind, and runs the government. And if we see, there are many examples in rural India where many district collectors or many IS officers have created on-ground change, and there is still some regulatory mechanisms which need to be taken care of, like to weed out the corrupt officials.
No, the problem I was trying to convey was that these bureaucrats doesn't have subject matter expertise for the policies they are making. And second, that it's not a one-person job. So policy making should involve the subject matter expert, policy experts, and other experts together to create a policy which is most which will be most productive for the society. And second, that whenever we why bureaucrats are being preferred is that they also know the language of government. They know the language of constitution. So any person who is having expertise in the subject matter, they might not know what constitution has to be put as in compliance. So that's why bureaucrats are the most favorable person for the making policies. But the problem is like they don't have the expertise. They get all the things in their own hand, and they then do not involve other people because of the power holding nature of them, their profile. And
Hmm.
also the example that you gave, that most of the many UPS IS officers are doing very great job in their local area. So those are not very much long-term policy. Again, those are the things we call them public policy only, but that's very local, and it's not scalable. It is not adaptable to the constitution also, because that's the uh, that's their attempt to bring some change in their tenure only.
Hmm.
And they might not continue for the next UPSC IS officer also.
Hmm.
So, so my question is this, that if this is the problem, why we are not shifting towards the other mechanism of making policies and implementing policies, where bureaucracy can be the only part when they are when there is a need of execution, because the governance is under bureaucrats only. So don't you think that we need to shift, like you wanted to make a career in public policy, and you are choosing a path of bureaucrats, which is not very effective way to make policy for India. So why you are
Hmm.
not choosing the other way around, like going for a public policy education and doing research and then finding opportunities to have a say something for public policy, or be the part of public policy making team, which in recent government or in recent times government has started realizing this. So why you are not making this path and going for being bureaucrat, and then doing or working for policy?
Yes, sir. So the other alternatives, like there's this lateral entry scheme also recently being talked about, where some with industry people with industry experience, at least 10 to 15 years, are being recruited into ministerial positions for better policy making. And we also have many policy organizations aiding our current government, and there are even many think tanks being formed by the government itself. Like there is one think tank called Institute for Defense Studies, and then we have even some other think tanks. Even Observer Research Foundation also does some research work for the government. So we have these think tanks and spaces at the end which are doing the work. But still, I think at present in India, Like bureaucrats are still, after 20 years of experience on various fields, a bureaucrat, is not um, restricted to a spot or a place. Like he goes to multiple positions. Like he first acts as a deputy collector, or then a collector, a district magistrate, and then he even works under central deputation, where he has at least got an expertise in one department or one field where he worked. So by at the end of his career, he would be definitely suitable to make at least good policy decisions. And at present, there are many other issues and debates, like the recently government has stopped the lateral entry scheme because there were reservations, um, reservations about, um, the quota for SC/ST and OBCs, which is not there. So there even this controversy is surrounding. So I think bureaucracy still has, like UPSC services still has its importance, and that is why I've chosen it.
Okay. So you are not aiming for a better policy just for policy.
Like at present, like it is in the current system, we need a good policy implementation, and that happens only through bureaucrats as of now. So that's the reason I was aiming, to become.
Okay, give me an example where, give me two examples. Where one that for a policy which policy in itself was not very good.
Hmm.
And second, policy was good, but the implementation was not.
Okay. Can I use even state specific examples?
Of course, why not?
Yeah. So um, a policy which was good and was also implemented. Okay, first I'll go with the policy which is not good enough. Like it is good on paper, but not good enough or not implemented properly. Like there is one scheme in Telangana state which was implemented by previous government, that is called Dalit Bandhu. And that scheme basically is, initially it started with selecting 100 families each from every assembly constituency and giving them 10 lakhs each for development, so they can start any business or buy tractors. It's just like giving 10 lakh cash to them. So initially the scheme started, like the first 100 bad, like first three constituencies were selected for a pilot project, and some businesses were started. But later, slowly, the government's coffers drained, like because it's COVID time and there were some other issues too, and there is other bills to be paid. So there was no much funds, and there was growing distress around the scheme in other, like other constituencies, and also many other people who didn't receive. There were some allegations also that local MLAs made, officers forcefully select few people who favor them or their party members. So that is one of the reasons why even the election outcome changed, because many Dalits have voted in the opposite way. There's even CSDS survey regarding, dissatisfaction. There is almost 85% Dalits have reported dissatisfaction regarding the scheme. So this is one scheme I think which is not being implemented properly, and it also has many flaws in its designs. And one scheme which is good in its implementation and good on design too, I think, to say, like at present I'm thinking of PM Kisan only. So it is PM Kisan is you're giving 6,000 as an install, like 6,000 in two installments to farmers. And as far as I've read, this scheme is modeled on the scheme of called Raitu Bandhu from Telangana, where farmers are given assistance in every crop season. Two crop seasons, you get 6,000 each. So this scheme was later implemented in 2019 by central government, and this scheme is good. Like, farmers, instead of going um, on to taking debts from local money lenders, you're giving a 6,000 investment with through which farmers can buy seeds, urea, which are all available on subsidized rates itself, and some working capital requirements which farmer needs, like a small repair for a motor or some other stuff. It is there, and the scheme is being given in direct benefit transfer where it prevents leakages, and it is being implemented successfully, and even new enrollments are being done, or any
Okay.
deletion is also there, which is there. So the scheme is good in foresight.
Okay, Gagan, tell me that what are you expecting from this fellowship?
So basically, after like during lamp, I want to like the role which a lamp does, I feel is equal, like equal to a policy maker, or in an it makes an influence in policy making. That is because you give your support to an MP for its research. An MP is basically, he, through his debate or voice in parliament, can influence policy making in the government and bring some change, can ask questions, and demand, or question where there's lacunae in the services. So through this, I can be in the field of public policy. And also this fellowship, like I've this peculiar fascination like with politics from my um, I think around from my sixth class, when I got this interest in, not like into real politics, like to become a politician, but my interest lies around like observing politics of many states in India, and analyze. And even I regularly watch parliamentary debates too. And even I was
Okay, okay.
once
So you are
a
expecting too
member of
much.
a
You need to be
panelist in.
very, Gagan, you need to be very point wise that what are your expectations. Try to find what are the outcomes of this
Okay.
land fellowship will be for you. It's not just having
Hmm.
exposure. You cannot
Hmm.
do a fellowship for exposure or seeing that how it is being done. Seeing is how,
Hmm.
let's say you went to a car manufacturing factory and you stayed there for
Hmm.
7. You'll not be able to learn how car is being made. That's a very
Hmm.
intricate process. So what's your
Okay.
expectations for lamp fellowship? So every time when I ask someone that what you have done in your graduation, so they say that I have worked in a particular company for 3 months and I learned how organizations works for this. So this is not how you learn. You have a very
Hmm.
very definitive outcome that you have to define there. Okay,
Hmm.
so make it little point wise that what are your expectations from this lamp fellowship. Okay, tell me
Hmm.
that how this lamp and what will you do after this fellowship? Because this will create a 1 year gap in your preparation. You probably will not have time to prepare for UPSC in this 1 year. So
Hmm.
after this lamp fellowship, will you go back to the preparation or you have some other agenda also?
So like I've decided like not to take any year gap from now. So I'll not dedicate myself completely into preparation after LAM, but I'll surely try preparing in my free time and giving an attempt. But after LAMP, I would like to do a master's, which I wasn't able to do after my undergraduation. Even though clearing many universities, I wasn't able to pursue masters then. So I'll do my masters. No? My dream university, like my dream subject, would be masters in development economics
Okay.
from a foreign
So you
university or
told that you
any
are interested
university.
in policy, but you want to do masters in development economics.
So
So
like I
how
have
your
interest
long-term
this.
goal will be fulfilled through this development economics?
So basically, I'm not interested only in development economics per se, but on an intersection of economics, international relations, and development economics, which is real field nowadays. So with this, I would, the exposure I get in this LAMP fellowship, I would use this and build my career further.
नहीं नहीं वो तो क्वेश्चन नहीं था ना लैम्प वाला क्वेश्चन नहीं था ये था कि you want to go for public policy but you want to do a
Hmm.
master's in development economics. Why?
Hmm. Sir, so a master's in public policy at present, no, what I observed in India is, though the courses are good, within 2 years you're studying many subjects, like you're becoming like a jack of all and master of none. So like you're studying every bits and
अरे
pieces of
ऐसे
every
नहीं
subject.
क्रिटिसाइज करते, वो दूसरे पर्पस
Okay.
से बनाया गया है। आईआईटी और एनएलएसआई कोई कोर्स बना रहा है और तुम उसको ऐसे बोलो, क्रिटिसाइज करो कि वहां पे जैक ऑफ ऑल ट्रेड और मास्टर ऑफ नन बना रहे हैं, दैट्स डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ मास्टरी। तुम इसको ऐसे
Okay.
डिफेंड कर सकते हो कि योर एम इज टू वर्क फॉर इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसीज, डेवलपमेंटल इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसीज, and for that I believe a research work or research oriented study of development economics is needed. So I'll do this first,
Hmm.
and then I'll start working somewhere, and then I can go for parallel education in public policy because that's also
Hmm.
important. So this is the path you will
Hmm.
follow. And because those people who are going for direct public policy, they might not be able to be a subject matter expert, but they will be expert in
Hmm.
policy making and policy execution. But you also
Hmm.
want a area for yourself. So that's why you are looking for a PG program in development economics first, because this is a very vast area. It cannot be learned through small courses or small one or two books. You know,
Hmm.
you need a complete rigorous
Hmm.
curriculum to understand that or to
Hmm.
learn that. And for policy needs or policy understanding, you can have parallel courses or
Hmm.
post your PG courses. This is how you defend. Do not try to demean
Hmm.
anything in order to verify your
Okay. Okay.
choice, है ना? ये गलत तरीका
Hmm.
होता है। एंड ये अच्छा
Hmm.
तरीका है, मतलब तुम बहुत लॉजिकली सोचो तो इट्स वेरी गुड दैट यू वांट टू डू अ डेवलपमेंट इकोनॉमिक्स मास्टर फर्स्ट एंड देन गेट इनटू अ
Hmm.
जॉब एंड पैरेलली यू कैन लर्न पॉलिसीज।
Hmm.
शॉर्ट टर्म कोर्स भी तो
Hmm.
होते हैं ना पॉलिसी के, इवन स्टैनफोर्ड और कई सारे और दूसरे यूनिवर्सिटी में एक साल वाली पॉलिसी की कोर्स होती है। सो वंस यू विल हैव इनफ और
Hmm.
ग्रेट एक्सपोजर टुवर्ड्स अ सब्जेक्ट वेयर यू वांट टू मेक
Hmm.
पॉलिसी, है ना, उसके बाद यू कैन डू
Hmm.
दैट, है ना, यू विल बी मोर रिलायबल इन दैट एरिया, मोर रिलायबल और
Hmm.
आस्क्ड इन दैट एरिया। So that's how और that's why you
Hmm.
are doing it. तो हम तो क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे
Hmm.
ही, तो स्टक हो जाओ, लेकिन इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि दूसरे को खराब बोलो, ठीक है? एंड
Hmm.
दिस वे टू ये मेक योर कैरियर इन पॉलिसी इफ यू आर स्पेशली लुकिंग फॉर डेवलपमेंट इकोनॉमिक्स एज एन एरिया ऑफ वर्किंग, है ना, विच इज वेरी मच
Hmm.
नीडेड फॉर इंडिया लाइक कंट्री। ठीक है, तो लास्ट क्वेश्चन ये है तुम्हारे लिए कि हाउ डू यू फाइंड योर सेल्फ फिट फॉर दिस फेलोशिप?
Sir, so basically, I think I would do good in the fellowship. The reasons are I have good research experience in the past. So I have worked with National Human Rights Commission in its internship program, where we have researched on the topic called employment opportunities for LGBTI persons in India. And in that, for that research project, we have received accolade from the commission with 15,000 cash prize, which was judged as the best research project among the interns. Also, I've worked as a research intern in India Research for Peace. It's a student-led organization um, where we write research papers on different international topics. So across that 6 months, I have researched on various topics ranging from Indo-Bangladesh relations to Oro politics and even Cyprus conflict and some other issues like new geopolitical dynamics and some other things. And also during my undergrad, um, in my political science minor, I have come across many policy issues which have really interested me in, and I've performed well too in that. And as the secretary of History and Political Science Society, we led a research and analysis wing too, where we used to regularly research on current events, like the we used to write a short note on the recent budget or any new scheme launched by government or a past historical event, and we used to present in crisp way on our website and our pages. So
ओके
we
ओके,
were the
गुड गुड
editorial
गुड।
board for that.
ठीक है, इसको थोड़ा छोटा छोटा रखो, मतलब हर पॉइंट्स को बहुत
Yeah.
ज्यादा एक्सप्लेन कर रहे हो तो
Mm-hmm.
मेक इट, तो बट अदरवाइज इट्स ठीक, मतलब इट इज इन राइट डायरेक्शन। मतलब ऐसा नहीं होना
Mm-hmm.
चाहिए ना कि हम पूछे कुछ और आप बताओ कुछ और। जैसे लास्ट
Mm-hmm.
क्वेश्चन में ऑटोमेटिकली ब्रॉट लैम्प, देयर वाज नो नीड ऑफ दैट, द क्वेश्चन वाज नॉट फॉर द लैम्प, इट्स फॉर योर
Mm-hmm.
चॉइस, तुम ये और ये
Mm-hmm.
में क्यों नहीं करना चाहते। तो
Mm-hmm.
वैसे रखो कि हर हर आंसर में यू डोंट हैव टू ऐड वैल्यू फ्रॉम योर साइड,
Mm-hmm.
यू जस्ट नीड टू आंसर व्हाट इट इज बीइंग आस्क्ड, ठीक है?
हम्म।
तो इट वाज गुड इनफ। तो मैं बहुत